What is sick and safe time? It's paid leave that employers must provide to employees in Minnesota that can be used for certain reasons, including when an employee is sick or to care for a sick family member or to seek assistance if an employee or their family member has experienced domestic abuse, sexual assault, or stalking. And it goes into detail down below what sick and safe time can be used for. It also goes into detail on what family members are included. But the main reason that we are talking about sick and safe time is because it has certain specifications that we need to follow. So, an employee is eligible for sick and safe time if they work at least 80 hours in a year for an employer in Minnesota and are not an independent contractor. It all, and I want to clarify that if a Minnesota employer has employees who do not work in the state of Minnesota, those employees are not included. It just is for employees who work in Minnesota. Is an exception to that is building and construction industry employees who are represented by a building and construction trade labor organization. If a valid waiver of these requirements is provided in a collective bargaining agreement. So how much sick and safe time can employees earn? It's 1 hour of sick and safe time for every 30 hours worked, and they can earn a maximum of 48 hours each year unless the employer agrees to a higher amount. And somewhere else I read that it carries over at up to 40 hours per year, but I think it's a max of 80 hours that can carry over. It gets really confusing. I don't know that that is fully determined yet. And at this point, nobody's going to be able to have over 48 hours at the end of 2024. So I'm sure I will be making another video on this, what the carryover looks like in about a year. All right. I want to let everybody know that I did figure out how to create and enter the earned sick and safe time that Minnesota just enacted on January 1st, 2024. I did figure out how to do it in QuickBooks Online, and I am going to do a brief demo. All right, so you log in, you get to your employee section, and you pick, and you have to, from near as I can tell, you have to do it on every single employee. And you go into their pay types and edit, and we will add sick time. Oh, and I did already get it set up in another profile. So I'm going to walk you through. I wasn't expecting that to pop up. So I'm just going to add a new sick type, which is ESST. I have to name it something different. Earned sick. And it is, hours are accrued per hour worked, and it's 0.03333. And the maximum allowed is 48. So then we'll hit save. And we'll save that. And then we go back to the employee list and run payroll. And we're going to run for the employee that I just changed. And the thing that I don't like about with QuickBooks Online versus QuickBooks Desktop is I didn't see where we could see it on the payroll as we're processing it in QuickBooks Online, because if I put in 30 hours, I preview the payroll details. This is all I see. I don't see where the sick time is accruing. All I see is the pay type here. So I'm going to process the payroll, and I'm going to print the paycheck. And now it shows up down here, sick, available, 1. And that is really small. So I'm just going to make it bigger here. So, and I don't know why it just shows up on here as sick time, but it does show 1 hour available. And when I processed a paycheck earlier using myself, and I did 15 hours. It did add it on the hourly holiday, which isn't totally accurate, because it should show me 0.5 instead of 0.77. So that is something to be aware of when you are processing payroll with the earn sick and safe time. And I don't know why it is adding it on hourly or on holiday, when it should just add it on hours worked. So I just, that is a flaw. I wanted everybody to be aware of that. So thank you for watching this quick demonstration.